Good morning with Accidental Investor. Now, I was speaking to some guy yesterday. We were talking about the street codes. It's only four things that gonna happen, man, with street life. Either you're gonna get rich and get out of the game, or you're gonna get rich and don't get out of the game fast enough, they catch you, or you don't get rich at all, you make a mistake, you go to jail the rest of your life, or your homeboy is somebody who don't like you, uh, who's jealous and envy, and they bring you your demise, they unalive you. And then the fourth one, we all know the final outcome is imprisonment. You ain't gonna see too many great hustlers in the world that haven't went to prison. The Al Capones, the Frank Nitties, the Lucky Lucianos, the Gottis, the Gambino crime family been dismantled. Uh, El Chapo, Pablo Escobar unalive. All the black cultures and movies seen in black hoods. The Frank Lucases, the Frank Matthews, the Big Meeches. Now all these people went to jail. Now what make you think you smarter than them? Because your street education don't amount to a book education. What I'm saying, the feds had three shifts, working 24 hours a day, 365 to lock people up. Most people who with the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, the feds, they at least have a bachelor's, maybe a master, and someone had doctorate degrees. So you have people out here hustling that had no education, can't think, not aware of the surrounding, tell everybody their business, put everything on social media. They broadcast everything. Do you really think you're not gonna get caught? So the solution to that, just don't do crime, man. No, when I was out there hustling, the federal government gonna state I was making $250,000 per week, and they said they had me under an 18-month investigation. They charged me with an 848 leader organizer. Now, if you saying I'm making $1 million a month for 18 months, I had $18 million, give or take. So you that good that you know exactly how much money I supposedly made, and you never hustled with me. You never been around me when I was supposedly making all this money, and you not my accountant. And I didn't have no accountant back then because I can't tell you what kind of money I was making because the money was coming so fast. No, but the problem with that, what I'm saying is, once you're dealing with the federal government, they can say anything. Once they start getting evidence and information from other people, they start adding that stuff up. The next minute you know, man, they make you a kingpin. When I got locked up, it wasn't a lot of kingpins in prison. I got locked up in '89. So the government transformed that and made it like everybody was hustling hard, getting all this money because the stuff they portrayed in the medias. And they made like the crack era was so bad, they made it like it was something demonic. But you look at the era now with the fentanyl, the meth, the ice, with the heroin, it's a lot worse than the crack cocaine era because you got a lot of younger people out here using these drugs. So I tell people, man, it's too many different ways for you to be successful. I know a little kid right now that I seen him raise up from about 8 or 9 years old. Now he's 18 or 19. The little guy got a podcast, got 1.7 million people on it on his TikTok. He got an Instagram. I don't know if he got a YouTube or not, but that just showed the power of social media where you can make money without doing the criminal activity. He's not a street kid. He don't want to be a street kid. He using social media as a tool to get wealth. I be on social media. Have I blew up on social media? No. Have I made a lot of money on social media? No. But I'm on here because I like to talk and I like to point people in the right direction for they won't make the same tragic mistakes that I done made and go to prison for the rest of their life, or get unalive in prison, or get unalive in the streets. So that's why I be on here, because I'm not trying to make an income from social media. I got incomes coming in. I thank God for that. But if income do come from it, that's another blessing. So when I get on here, man, I'm speaking from the heart because I know how vicious the system can be. When you get in that courtroom, nobody gonna be there with you. Your A1s, your day one, whatever you want to call these lames down days, they're not gonna be there with you. And the reason they're not gonna be there with you, because they don't want to be seen. All of a sudden they're gonna scatter away from you. They're gonna talk bad about you. They're gonna say you was a fool, but you're gonna be in there fighting a life sentence by yourself. Mom might show up, but now they're gonna be the grandmama because the mama and daddy abandoned you. So more likely gonna be the grandparent coming in there. She gonna have to deal with different kind of stressors. You seen that man in that black robe and prosecutors standing there laughing and joking. That means your life is in their hands, and you're not gonna beat the feds. You go to trial. So they got a 97% conviction rate even with taking pleas. So most likely, out of that 3%, one that went to trial, maybe they had nothing to lose anyway. They may be facing life anyway. So they said, man, might well take a chance, you know. But you don't want to take a chance with your freedom. Your freedom is the most important thing that you have right now. So you want to take a chance with your freedom, be locked up for the rest of your life, go ahead. Because the thing that you're doing on the street, the money you make on the streets, it ain't gonna weigh out when they give you 30, 40, 50 years or a life sentence. Big Meech, I don't care how he playing it, how he portraying it when he on the phone, talk all that slick stuff, talk all that lingo. It doesn't matter. He in there depressed. He in there sad. He want to come home. He see a lot of his homies still balling. The T.I.s, the Jeezys, the Blue, his son. He see people doing good. He was the type of person for him, the portrayal that he couldn't sit still. So it's driving me nuts seeing all these beautiful women running around with all these different guys, all the beautiful women that he done tricked all hundreds and hundreds of $1,000. None of them staying in touch with him. They might have stayed in touch with him for a couple of years or whatever, because they thinking he gonna get out. He lying to them, telling them what they want to hear, and they hoping that something happen, or he might send one of his homies to him to give him some money and stuff. So he maybe is tricking from jail, but in all actuality, he know he effed up. Yeah, he fucked up. Because once you get in that system, you realize that we was played. And the game was vicious how they played this game. Because a lot of black, Latino, Hispanic guys is not gonna make it out the game. It's not gonna make it from going to prison. Or they gonna become an addict. A lot of your homies now, man, that had money hustling back in the day, the 80s, 90s, 2000, a lot of them guys might be the junkies now. Or they went mentally crazy because something happened to them. But the worst thing that can happen, man, if you get caught up in this street stuff, thinking that you're doing okay because you got 10, 20, $30,000, that's not no money to jeopardize your life. Like I said, when I got hemmed up in the game, the war on drugs just came out, the crack just came out. We didn't know about the conspiracy. We didn't know about the federal agencies investigating. We think local and state. And I felt, well, I'm gonna be the state case. I can buy that. Or local, they ain't gonna get me called. Most likely you gotta get caught. And I know I was never gonna get caught in anything unless it was a humbug. And but with the feds, it's a different kind of ball game. And most drug cases now are gonna be a federal case. And they're gonna be a long prison sentence for a person made minimum amount of money. Well, I'm getting ready to get off here and let you know. You don't want a RICO Act, or you don't want an 848. Those two charges you don't want the criminal justice system. Because we know some guys that got them charges and they're going to see the light of day. Especially if you 30, 40, 50 years old, you get a 30-year sentence. Hey, that's a death sentence. But like I say, each his own. All I can do is get on here and tell you, you can make things happen. I'm very successful in my own right. The thing that I accomplished and I came home, that's success for me. So you do the same thing, man. You don't have to be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to prison to prove some of the people who don't get nothing about you. Peace out. Success out the prison. Oh.